Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming. I'm Jacek Becla, chairman of the XLDB2012 conference, and we will start with an official welcome from James Williams, our new CIO. So, James.
Can you hear me? I started at SLAC about 4 months ago, so I'm like 4 months into it. And prior to that, I was at NASA for about 15 years at the Ames Research Center in multiple capacities. So a couple days into my new job, Jacek asked me to come do this introduction, so I said I would love to. So this is your official welcome to SLAC. We appreciate everyone being here. For those of you who don't know, SLAC turned 50 this year. So we just got done celebrating our linear accelerator has been in operations for 50 years and doing incredible science for the nation and the world. Our linear accelerator is driven. As you can see, there's a very large building. This long is our linear accelerator at SLAC, and that's part of the foundation for what SLAC has built its reputation on. We are one of 17 Department of Energy laboratories. We're one of the ones that are located in California. There's also the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab and Sandia National Labs in this area as well. DOE pays $1 to Stanford every year to rent 426 acres of land for SLAC. I wish I could get that rent deal in California. And it also has 240 universities worldwide that use our facilities. That's what SLAC prides itself on, is its collaboration across the globe and doing science for the world. We have 1,600 employees from 36 different countries. We have 205 postdocs. 3,100 facility users per year come to SLAC to do research and participate with our folks that work there as well to discover new things on the atomic layer. 142 buildings. What is amazing to me after having been at SLAC, knowing that there are 1,600 people there, that 1,000 scientific papers are published every year in peer-reviewed journals. We have 6 Nobel Prize winners that are attributed to the research that was done at SLAC, and that's quite a badge of honor for the people that work there. In fact, it was one of the enticing things for me, having worked at NASA and being engaged in great science, to move into another facility that actually also does incredible science as well. And being an IT guy, it's kind of nice to be part of the first North American website that was actually built at SLAC. We have about $400 billion and $400 million, and about 10% of that goes to the energy consumption that we use to actually run the facility. As I said, we have 6 Nobel Prize winners starting in 1976. The last one we had in chemistry was in 2006. And we also are tested people who have worked at SLAC have also gone on to win Nobel Prizes at other locations. So our mission, it's to really study the dynamics, the ultimate structure and dynamics of matter, and look at the energy aspects of that as well, looking at the space and time distributions. We build and operate the world's leading photon facility, and that's called the LCLS, which has been in operation, I think, since 2005, about. And we have run the SSRL, which is the Stanford Synchrotron Radiation Light Source. We perform world-leading science at these facilities, and we maintain our position as the premier accelerator laboratory for the past 50 years. And we also do strategic programs in particle physics, particle astrophysics, and cosmology. So what happened from actualizing this mission is that we actually ran Babar, which you can see it was a program that actually studied elementary particles. And I put a link up there in case you are all interested in going and looking at exactly what Babar was over the history of it. It has a lot of information on its webpage. But they collected approximately 5 petabytes of raw data and 1 petabyte database in 2002. And at the time, it was deemed to be the largest database. That was in 2002. But what will happen from actualizing this mission is even larger. In 2022 to 2031, we'll be looking at the Large Synoptic Survey Telescope, which is actually a telescope with a light-gathering power that can really resolve really small details of light. And it's going to pick up that data. It's going to be collecting about 50 petabytes of images and 45 petabytes of data. So that's why we are working at these extremely large databases. So I talked to Jacek about really what he would like me to go over, and this is about an audience of collaboration and participation. And so one of the goals is really just to exchange information. and to identify trends, commonalities, and roadblocks related to these extremely large databases. It's also to build bridges, build the gap between users trying to build extremely large data stores and solution providers worldwide. It's aggregating and bringing everyone together to talk about how they can solve common problems. And development and growth, to look at facilitating the development and the growth of practical technologies for the extremely large data stores. As you can see, I stole Jacek's image here, and breaking ground to start something new to building a city. So the practical solutions come out of a recipe for the XLDB event, which is our ingredients are big science, data-intensive industry, vendors, and academia. And the directions are just to mix it together and repeat it yearly. In fact, this is the 6th year that they've been doing this conference. The first 3 years were by invitation only, and 3 years ago, they opened it up to do more of an open type conference, which is what this conference is about. So on behalf of SLAC and our facility, welcome, and we're happy to have you here, and we hope that this continues to be a really valued collaboration for you.